He is still on him, though. I'll tell you what, he is just hanging tight, but he kisses the wall once again. Let's take a look at the tires. It is going to be close. We have 62% tire wear. These guys very, very close as Sky just drives it in, almost hits Duke the Rebel. Sky is struggling to keep control of that car. Extremely loose out there. He is one that is with no TCS, and you can tell his handling is extremely hard, and he's going to have to do a lot of work to make sure that he can keep up with Duke at this point. Man, they are making me so nervous.
Yeah. Keeping up with Duke doesn't seem to be the problem. It's figuring out how to get by him in what, less than a lap and a half, less than a lap.
You know, and this is it. We're on lap 39 of 40. We only have a couple more turns left, and we're gonna see a winner here. Can J-Mac do it? Duke the Rebel has his hands full with Sky. So we're gonna go ahead and get J-Mac. Hopefully we can get him across the line as the winner in one piece. So we'll see what happens, but we have a battle brewing up behind us, and we'll see what happens with that. But here comes J-Mac around that final turn. Very, very sharp turn here. He will be your winner at the Grand Prix of Long Beach. Let's get him across the line. Congratulations to him. Let's take a look at Duke the Rebel, because I guarantee there is something brewing up here. We have Duke the Rebel in second, Sky in third. What an amazing. Only a couple of laps left, guys. As soon as we hit 40, it is done. We're coming up on the final laps here, so I'm excited. Will we see J-Mac win? Will we see Duke the Rebel win? What about Sky? He's in the mix here. Or will something crazy... All right, guys, welcome to the stream tonight. I hope everyone is doing well. We're gonna do a quick mic check, make sure everything is going good. Sounds like everything is good. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to SnB's IndyCar Series Round 6 here at the Grand Prix of Indianapolis. This historical track will hold the debut of the new 2019 IndyCars, in which these drivers have had to get accustomed to over the break. With 4 separate winners in 5 races. But the question is, who is going to be the first victor in the 2019 cars? All right, before we get to tonight's qualifying and race, we have tonight's driver spotlight in the booth with us right now. He is veteran driver of the number 86 car, Flow Dog. He is currently 8th in points, racing for Fluffball 86. He's number 81, sorry. He is currently 8th in points, racing for Fluffball Motorsports. Flow Dog, welcome to the booth.
Have me. I was about to correct you on the number after you after you called me out.
Yeah, I've been announcing 3 races in 2 days, so my mind's got all these numbers and everything else all scrambled up apparently.
I'll give you the benefit of that for sure.
So how you doing tonight, Flow Dog?
Doing alright. Not really looking forward to this race. Not my best place to race at, so it'll be kind of interesting. I'm sure everyone is... There'll be something new.
Yeah.
Especially with these cars.
I think so. I think you'll do good, though. You need to give yourself more credit. But before we get to qualifying, and I want to get you out there before qualifying so you can concentrate on racing, let's bring up those questions for the night. All right, your first one. How did you come up with your team name, Fluffball Motorsports?
Well, Chris and I are very complicated individuals. So him and I wanted something completely out there, and because we wanted to, I guess, have a little fun with it, I came up with some ridiculous name. He came up with another ridiculous name, and I believe I came up with sort of the idea with the name, but he's the one ultimately who I would probably give credit for that team name. So, yeah.
Nice.
We are kind of a bunch of goofballs, so I mean, Fluffball is, you know.
It just
yeah, it
matches
works.
you guys. If you know
Yeah.
you and Sky, like it just matches. It's just so fitting. All right, and
Yeah.
in your next question, what is the most memorable race you've participated in and why?
There is a whole bunch. Um, as far as S&B goes, it's definitely that Indy 200
Yeah,
in season 2. Definitely would be probably that one. I mean, it it is it is quite difficult whenever a bunch of other guys out there are all uh, basically almost most of what they do is ovals. So it was definitely a tough one to get, but glad I was able to get it. At
absolutely.
first it wasn't under my name because I was subbing for someone, but ultimately yeah, ultimately got the credit for that one. So
Right.
yeah, it was definitely one
One
best
for the
one in
books.
S&B so far. Yeah,
Very
and
cool.
there's one in yeah, there was one in 2012 as well. Uh, I mean, it was way back with very old buddies of mine that I'm still friends with, and we used to do a whole league with it. Kind of did a few seasons. We're not really doing it, but I was able to get the championship in that. Only championship I was able to get, but it's one that I'm able to say I got. So
Oh,
there's
nice.
that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Very cool. And I know you've had a long racing background, so 2012, that's like insanely long ago. So that's very cool.
Yeah.
All right, your next question. As a controller user moving over to the wheel, what advantages and disadvantages do you feel you run into?
Um, advantages. Um, I mean, definitely fuel. That's definitely something that a lot of people are that know. Myself, and Chris that both run the wheel, and also I know Garbage runs the wheel as well. We're able to stress the fuel a lot because we're able to save the tires, so that's a big part, and also just being able to hit the apex in these different corners
Right.
um, more frequently, just because you're taking a much smoother turn entry into these corners,
Mm-hmm.
and you're able to hit those a little bit more easier because with the controller, it's almost sometimes with some cars because they're too fast, it's almost sort of point and shoot, and if you don't hit it at the right point, you're gonna miss it, and you can only go so far with the joystick. So,
Yeah,
um,
I
but
can see that.
yeah, and then disadvantages. I mean, just being on the controller for so long. I mean, it's kind of tough to just jump into this and be fast with it. But after a while, it's consistency wise, it is better being on the wheel. But I mean, on Forza, it is tough
Yeah.
to just be able to match those times. I know for Garbage, someone like him, it's probably not as tough for him, but for myself, it is. Some tracks are quite difficult, but just being able to compare my times at tracks that I know I'm good at on the wheel, that's definitely something to compare with.
Right. And I feel like you've actually done pretty well considering. And as far as getting used to a wheel on here, I feel like you've actually improved also. Um, for me, using this is just super hard. So using a wheel on here. So mad
Yeah.
props to you for doing that. All right, Flow Dog, your next question. What is your favorite restaurant?
Um, I really couldn't name one to you, but I have a weakness for Italian food.
Very nice.
Yeah. Um, Especially if it's chicken parmesan, which I actually just had 30 minutes ago.
Did
Actually,
you really? That's kind of funny.
I'm not kidding. I had chicken parmesan 30 minutes ago.
That's pretty
So
cool.
yeah, yeah, chicken parmesan, pasta. Can't go wrong with penny vodka because yeah, you just drool over that.
You know, what are you gonna do? And I can relate to that. All right.
I could keep going.
Well, you know, I'm sure. All right, Flow Dog, your last question. What is the degree you are pursuing right now? I know you're in college and you are a very busy guy. What are you going for?
Currently going for computer art at the School of Visual Arts in New York.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, I did do computer art in a community college by me, and comparing that community college to the school that I'm at now, which is School of Visual Arts, would be abbreviated SVA.
Yeah.
It's nothing compared. You cannot compare them both. It's the amount of work that you're given. It's a lot, but I mean,
it's worth it.
The stuff that the stuff you're learning, it's getting sunk into your head.
Yeah.
So, definitely happy with where I'm going at.
Very cool.
And also, by the way, I actually will be running a SVA car tonight. It'll be the first time I'm running a car that doesn't have pink on it this season.
Are you even in here yet? Let me see if I can find you.
No,
you're not in here. I can't even see you.
I'm gonna get in.
Get in here. And I know that 49er, he's supposed to be in the booth with me. He is having technical issues, and I can tell you what, with all the broadcasts I've done recently, there's been so many issues lately. I don't know what it is, but hopefully we can get him in here. But you heard it from Flow Dog. He races for Fluffball Motorsports in that number 81 Chevy. So I wish him a lot of luck tonight. I do believe he will be hanging out with us tonight, and we'll check in with him during the race when we can and when he can. So a lot of luck to you tonight there, Flow Dog.
Yeah, I definitely won't leave you hanging because 49er's not able to be here.
I'll be all solo in the booth. It's be sad days. I wanted to give a quick shout out to everyone in the chat there. Joey Clark, Short Track Racer, Monkey Dust, what is up? Mike, how are you guys? Hope you're doing well. These guys should be getting set pretty soon to go to qualifying. Before we do that, we got to talk about last week. Last week at the Grand Prix of Long Beach, it was a really good race for the front few, but not so kind to others. Duke the Rebel, he saw his first pole of the season, running a solid race the entire night. He quickly took the lead back from Ferrari, who arguably had the fastest car of the night, but with mechanical issues, he found himself a lap down. J-Mac, he made a run to the front and stayed there, winning for the first time this season. Duke, after a fantastic night, he brought home a second with Sky, who was so close to battling it out for second, he took home a podium finish. So our first couple of races, let's talk about them. For the first race at Daytona, we had Ferrari Nut. Our second one was with Wow. Our third race at Homestead Oval was Justin taking that win home. Fourth race at Homestead was Ferrari. Long Beach was last week, and that was J-Mac. And tonight, I'm wondering who is going to take home the win. So it should be very cool. Next week, it will be our second race for the 2019 cars. And let's see, I'm going to have to ready up. These guys are probably waiting on me here. Apparently, I'm going racing for qualifying there. All right, let's get 49er in. I think he is ready. This poor guy having so many issues. So next week, get back to that, is Indianapolis 200 at the Brickyard Speedway for the throwback race. I'm super excited for these guys. It'll be very cool. We're going to have a photo shoot for them tomorrow. So I know that there's about 8 guys doing a throwback scheme. We do it every year, every season, so it should be very cool. I wish these guys a lot of luck for that race, but we got to get through tonight first. Crimson, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Mike, you're going with Ferrari there. I'm going to bring this back up to make sure everyone can see it. But if you want to place a bet, go ahead. You can do it now or wait till after qualifying, whichever one you want to do. All right. I think I'm going to place a bet for tonight. Sometimes I get them, and sometimes I am just so wrong and lose a lot of points. But it's all for good and fun. Alright, let's see if we have 49er in here. He very well could be in here. There he is, 49er. We got a copy there?
Yeah, you don't want me to talk right now because I won't say anything nice.
I'm glad you were able to make it. I saw your name flicking in and out back there.
I'm having issues. I'm on my phone right now.
Are you really? Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Hopefully you have a full charge on that bad boy.
No, I don't.
I kind of figured. Well, hopefully we can
Stuff's
get it
gonna
figured
go flying.
out. Uh-oh. Crimson says, I wish I knew of this earlier. Yeah, these guys are on race 6 of the season. 4th season, I do believe. We've had a lot of fun. I think they are pretty much ready to go. We do have a fill-in tonight. That is Cosmic. He is filling in for Scissor Blades. So he's going to be the new guy out here. He is usually in my NASCAR league. So I think he'll do pretty good. He was out there practicing, running around 1:13s. And speaking of lap times, let's talk about what we can expect tonight here at Indianapolis. It's going to be a 31 lap race, but first we're going to go to qualifying, so they will be able to do that. Damage will be off. They will be ghosted out, so they can just do what they need to do. You can expect lap times anywhere from like a mid 110, anywhere to a 113, 114. Now the pit window is going to be a varied one. The wheel users are going to be slightly different than the controller users, so we're going to see anywhere from 15 to 20 lap for the pit cycle here. So we'll see what these guys can do. You get this black screen of death is what I'm going to call it. Hopefully we didn't lose anybody, but they have 3 laps to get what they need to do. Out front here we have Wow That's Garbage. He is a Pro League driver for the NASCAR Heat Pro League. He is out here currently out in the front. Let's take a look behind him. We have Larry B the G. We have Ferrari Nut behind them. We're gonna have to get through the first lap here. Obviously that is just gonna be a warm-up lap. These guys are gonna have to keep it clean though. That's the biggest thing. Indianapolis, they have so many places that you can get a dirty lap in. Here especially, that turn, Wow took it amazingly. He should keep that clean lap. But yeah, that's something they're gonna have to watch out for tonight. And if you get that dirty lap during qualifying, you will get moved to the back of the field for the start of the race, and you do not want that to happen. Currently, you see Leaf Justin out here, and he was passing up Wow just a little bit in qualifying, but the time will not get going until this lap turns around. 49er, are you able to watch any of this?
Yeah, my Xbox works fine, even though it took me 15 minutes just to get connected to the server, so I can see what's going on. I'm trying to finagle things.
Yeah. All right, so
I don't want the viewers to hear me cursing.
You see J-Mac back there. Let's take a look at another car. We have the Cosmic Storm. He is the fill-in for Scissor Blades. Running pretty good out here. I know that he is the last second. We called him up at around 6 p.m. and said, Cosmic, can you fill in? This guy is always up for the challenge, so here he is tonight. He is not one to get on this game very much, so I think this will be very interesting for him, especially since this is his very first time racing the 2019 IndyCars. All right, let's bring it up to the front. Duke the Rebel. He had a pole last race. Let's see if he can do it again tonight. So far, he is the leader on the board as far as that goes with a 112.7. Ferrari Nut in second with a 113.6. Sky has a 114, but these guys aren't even done. Yeah, here they go. They're just crossing the line now. Ferrari Nut will be the fastest time so far. Let's see if we can get a time on him. A 111.7. I know some of these guys were running a 110, but I think most of them are going to be a 111 or a 112. We do have a few people out there in 113s, but I think 111s are going to be the majority. Let's take a look at Hayden Salmons out here. These guys, most of these guys have two teammates. Some of them are solo running out there. So Raging Redneck Racing, that is who he races for. And his teammate is Duke the Rebel. These guys doing very solid this season. So I'm excited to see what they can do here tonight. All right. They are on the final lap of qualifying. Let's see if Ferrari Nut can hang on to it. And we have a new leader as far as lap times go. Duke the Rebel. This guy is trying to get those 2 poles in the races here. He moves down to 3rd, and wow, that's garbage. Looks like he might take the pole. We're gonna check it out once we get through. These guys are looking pretty good. I think the biggest thing we're gonna have to look at tonight is, I'm gonna have to say, is gonna be turn 1. Last season we had a lot of problems with turn 1. These guys were struggling trying to get through that sharp turn, trying to cram 16 people through there. Tonight we should have around 14, but I think that if they are patient with each other and give each other some room, they should be okay. All right, let's take a look at the results here for qualifying and see who is capturing the pole tonight. Wow, that's garbage out there with a 111.2. Ferrari Nut a 111.3. Most people did get a clean lap. Votek looks like he is the only one to get a dirty lap. That will move him to the back of the field. We have a ton of 111s though. These guys are running really fast. Duke the Rebel with a 111.4. That looks like it might put him in 3rd with, wow, that's garbage, on the pole. So great driving out here. I'm excited to see what these guys can do. These guys are in Discord, and we'll see what they can do out here. Let's take a look at our guy, Flow Dog, and see how he was running. He is out there with a 112.3. Flow Dog, you got a copy out there?
Yes, I do.
How's the car feeling tonight? What do you feel about your chances going in?
Well, based off the times that everyone just ran, I mean, I feel a little bit better than I did before we started.
Yeah, I think you'll do great, and I'm excited to see what you're gonna come home with tonight. So a lot of luck to you out here. For now, we're gonna get everyone ready up to get moving on to the race. 31 laps here tonight. I think it'll be a good race for these guys. 2.44 mile track. Guys, this is one of my favorite tracks. I don't know why. A lot of people do not like this track, but I'll tell you, it is definitely one of my favorites. I think as long as they can get through turn 1 and be patient with each other and give each other some room, I think we'll be okay. Once they get past turn 1 and get spread out just a little bit, they will be smooth sailing. But until then, gotta keep an eye on that turn 1. Looks like Wow will be on the pole. Ferrari Nut on the outside. Duke the Rebel in 3rd. Justin in 4th. Flow Dog in 5th. J-Mac in 6th. Hayden Salmons in 7th. Sky in 8th. David in 9th. Pert Monkey in 11th. I think, hopefully I didn't lose any spots here. We have Larry B the G next, along with Dion 4 Dub, Votek, and Cosmic Storm in the back here. Votek had a dirty lap. Cosmic Storm, he is the driver that is filling in for Scissor Blades, so hopefully he can get him some nice points out here for the season. How's it coming, Flow Dog? Or Flow Dog, geez, oh Pete's 49er, how you doing? I would say that's not so good.
Okay, so I've made some progress. I'm gonna close this app on my phone. Send me another invite and I can see if I can get to you on my laptop.
Okay, sounds good. I will send you over an invite. I'll have to scroll down a little bit here, but we'll get you in. We got this. Nothing.
All right, well, at least
like
I can see the race.
Well, there you go. Yes, absolutely.
I'll just tell my dogs what's going on.
There you go. I'm sure they'll enjoy it. I'll send you 2 for good luck. There's 2 invites. Most guys are readied up at this point. Let's take a little peek at their paint schemes here. A lot of these guys did their own liveries, and they did a great job. We got Larry B the G out there with his own Perp Monkey. He is a newer driver for this season. I'm excited to see these guys throwback liveries. A lot of them have put a lot of time and effort into them, and you guys will be seeing some pictures out pretty soon. We'll have a photo shoot tomorrow, so we'll see what we can do. 49er, I don't know if you can hear me, but they are waiting for you to ready up. There you go. We got 49er readied up. Everyone seems to be good to go, so we'll get ready to race for 31 laps at the Indianapolis Grand Prix. 2019 cars is going to be the first race for this. We will have a grid walk. So first lap obviously is going to be a pace lap. So we'll get these guys out here and on the road. The black screen. You hate the black screen. Hopefully no one has lost out here. All right, let's get everyone lined up. All right, our first pole sitter, we have Wow That's Garbage. He's in the number 6 for Nighthawk Williams Racing. This guy does have a win this season so far, so I wish him a lot of luck tonight. In second, we have Ferrari Nut 94. He is out there in the number 62 Honda for Nighthawk Williams Racing. He is Wow's teammate there. These guys are on a roll this season, I'll tell ya. In a third, we have Duke the Rebel. We saw him on pole last week. He's in that number 86 Honda for Raging Redneck Racing. Quite the mouthful. In fourth, we have Leaf Justin in that number 24 car. He's in the Chevy Racing for Racing A Racing. In fifth, we have our driver spotlight tonight. That is Flow Dog in that number 81 for Fluffball Motorsports. In sixth, we have J Mac Attack, and he is in that number 1. He is Season 3's champ. So he's coming back to see what he can do. He's in that number 1 for Racing A Racing. In seventh, we have Hayden Salmons in the number 15. He's in that Honda for Raging Redneck Racing. In eighth, we have Skylin. He's in that number 04 car for Fluffball Motorsports. In ninth, we have David MC. He's in that number 89 car racing for Underdog Racing. In 10th, we have Pirate Monkey in that number 16 for Harley Davidson Racing. This guy is newer to the season. I wish him a lot of luck here tonight. In 11th, we have Larry B the G in the number 73 Honda. He is out here racing for Redemption Racing. In 12th, we have Dion Ford Dub in that number 42. He's in a Honda for Underdog Racing. In 13th, we have Votech. He's in that number 76, driving that Chevy for A-Tech Racing. And last but not least, Cosmic Storm, who is filling in for Scissor Blades. He is in that number 2. Scissor Blades, we'll call him for Slice and Dice Motorsports. So that is your grid walk tonight. We're gonna go ahead and take the betting down. You guys got that pretty late there, so I hope you guys enjoyed the race, but these guys are ready for a pace lap. We'll get them on the move. We'll get back up here with Wow That's Garbage, our leader. Let me make sure if we don't have 49er back in here, so I'm going to send him another invite as we watch these guys maneuver around the track for a pace lap. Then we'll get to racing. All these technical difficulties lately and just making my life interesting and everyone else's too, huh? You gotta love it. All right, we'll bring that up. We have Wow, That's Garbage. He will be leading tonight on his go around the final lap. Once they get around that, he will be giving everyone the go-ahead to start the race. And hopefully we can make a clean go round for lap 1 in turn 1. That is the biggest issue I feel we're going to have tonight. So can they make it through? That's what we're going to have to keep an eye on. But we'll see what these guys can do. You see Ferrari Nut 94 on the outside. These two are extremely fast. But I'll tell you what, Duke, he is making his name known. This guy is extremely fast, trying to keep up with these guys. Had pole last race, finished in the top 3 last race. So I'm expecting to see a lot from him tonight once again. Coming around here. 49er, do we have you in the party? I didn't see if you were able to get in. Nope, we have no 49er. Sad days right there. A couple more turns and these guys will starting out for the Indianapolis Grand Prix here. 31 laps of madness. Love this track. I kind of wish I was out there with him, but I'm not too mad about being in the booth. You can see that field lining up. They will start 2 wide. We are approaching around the turn here. Wow will count them down and off they will go. That was a crazy start. We have Ferrari Nut out there having a great start so far. These guys are going 3 wide into turn 1. That could be disastrous, but they managed to hold it out. Leave Justin on the inside, Duke the Rebel on the outside. Wow, and a sandwich right in the middle. These guys are crazy out here tonight. If you can make it through that in turn 1, you guys are doing all right. Good grief. Let's take it back to Hayden Salmons. We'll get on board with him. He's got some traffic behind him. Dion Ford Dub right on his bumper. Skyland, Votech, Pirate Monkey, J-Mac Attack. A lot of guys in this pack right now. He's got Larry B the G in front of him in 6th. Flow Dog in 5th, who is in the booth with us for in-race interviews. Should be a really good race for these guys. I'm excited for them. Can't forget about these guys in the top spot. Ferrari Nut is still our leader. He's got a nice little padding out there, about 200 feet in front of 2nd place of Wow, That's Garbage. Duke the Rebel's back about 340 feet. So these guys are running pretty smooth so far as they're entering turn 1. Once again, they're on lap 3 already. Our fastest lap of the night so far is a 1:12.2. Really, we've only had 1 lap to race it around, but these guys are doing great. Ferrari Nut coming through the S's right here, doing a great job. Let's go in car with Duke the Rebel, see how he's faring out there. He's got a little bit of a battle out here with Leaf Justin. Let's bring it on board with him. You see Leaf Justin directly behind him, trying to fight for position. Flow Dog right behind them, just kind of holding back, waiting to see what's going to happen with these guys. But man, Wow is just trying to catch up to Ferrari Nut, who is currently your leader. These guys starting to form a single file line. They're getting into the groove of everything, and they're getting in their place. Let's take a look at our driver spotlight here. We have Flow Dog currently sitting in 5th. He's got Larry B the G directly behind him. Hayden Salmons in 7th. Flow Dog, he is a newer user of the wheel, but I'll tell you what, this guy knows what he's doing. He's doing a great job out there. It is pretty hard, I gotta tell you. Using a wheel, I'm very familiar with it on NASCAR, but once you bring it over here, it is completely different. Everything feels very different, especially coming over from a controller. So He's doing really well out there. Let's bring it in a new view here. Absolutely great racing. These guys made it through turn 1. Let's bring it back to 11th. We have David out here, currently sitting in 11th. Sky feels like he's struggling just a little bit. I don't know if he had some contact with another driver, but he is currently sitting in 12th, and this is a guy who is usually towards the front. I know he wasn't able to practice a lot for this track tonight, but he is currently trying to get going for the 11th position here. We'll see if he can do it, but there is a lot of traffic, and I hear somebody falling back just a little bit. We have Votech falling back another spot as J-Mac Attack is currently in 13th. These guys are very close. A lot of close racing. Skylin, he is turned. These guys are trying to get used to this new car. 2019 IndyCars. This is the first race together. It's going to take some getting used to. Everyone is back on track, though. We'll have to test to see if these guys have any damage. Let's bring that car info and we'll bring out the damage, see if they have any. J-Mac looks pretty clean there. No problem for him. Let's take a look at Skylin. He looks like he's doing all right. So I'm not seeing anyone with too much damage. We'll try to go through some of these guys, but they should be okay. Yeah, everything looks to be good. Are you there, 49er? Oh, Pirate Monkey into the barrier. That is definitely going to cause some damage for him. Do we have you now, 49er?
In whatever capacity I'm in, I'm back on my phone. I couldn't get the app on the computer to see the invitation you sent me, and maybe somewhere during the middle of the race, my headset will actually charge and I'll switch back. So for now, we do what we got to do. Just like the guys are saying, you're saying that the guys are, they're in these new cars and they're adapting and adjusting, and I'm doing the same thing. We got to do whatever we can do to make it work.
Absolutely. The show must go on, and that's what these guys are doing. We have Duke the Rebel on camera here. He's got Leaf Justin in 4th, and he is coming up pretty quickly behind him. A little bit of traffic, but not too terribly much. These guys in the lead are doing a great job. They're trying to get away from the rest of the pack there. You can see, wow, that's garbage. Let's take a look and see how far he is away from Ferrari Nut. He's about 160 feet. Looks like he might be gaining a little bit on him. We'll see what he can do. Ferrari Nut is looking very strong out there, though. Who are you keeping tabs on, 49er?
Right now, I'm watching Justin is currently in 4th place. We're still on lap 7 of 33. He's going to catch him in the turns, as they always do, because everybody's got a break. But I think he's just laying back right now. The thing is, like I said, it's early in the race, but you don't want Ferrari and Wow to get too far ahead. So, yeah, Justin's keeping a good pace, and he's doing a good job so far.
Absolutely. I want to go back to 10th here to Pirate Monkey. We got a lot of stuff going on. You can see a lot of cars gathered up together. We have Pirate Monkey in 10th, Cosmic Storm in 11th. And I hear a little bit of contact might have happened with these guys. Let's take it back there with Cosmic and see. Yeah, he goes off track a little bit. J-Mac gets by him. Okay, Cosmic is a very clean racer, so I know if there's an issue, he's not one to push it. He will move off the track and let people go by, but he's doing a great job out there. Let's take a look at Skylin. I'm not sure what happened to him early in the race, but we are on lap 8 of 33. He's looking pretty good. Hopefully he can make up some positions. I have a feeling, though, that he's going to be one that is going to be able to hang out there a little bit longer as far as pit road goes. Some of these guys are going to have to come in around lap 15 or 16, so we still have a couple of laps to go before we see anyone pit. But I think it's more based on wheels versus controllers once again tonight. Wheel users will be able to go a little bit further than those controller users. I want to bring it back to our leaders here. We have Ferrari Nut. He's still in first. Wow, that's garbage. He is currently in second. We have Leaf Justin, who passed Duke the Rebel. He is your current sitting in P3 there. We have Duke the Rebel directly behind him, and it looks like they are getting ready to battle it out. So I'm not going to leave these guys side by side. They are going there. Let's take a look. You see Justin in third, Duke the Rebel in fourth. Duke is just putting the pressure on him, letting him know he is there, getting out underneath him. Let's see if he can keep that. He is going to be able to keep that. These guys are going side by side. What an incredible run for these guys. Duke the Rebel slips under, takes over third. Justin goes back to fourth.
Yeah, you know, and it was, I'm watching Justin and Duke, and you know, we keep saying it's still early in the race, but you know, looking at Justin now as he's thinking about going on the outside, now he's thinking about going on the inside. He's keeping Duke close. It's still early, but I don't think Justin wanted to give that spot up, and I think he'll get it back.
He will definitely try to get that back. Ferrari Nut absolutely flying time with that 110.3. He is your fastest on the board at the moment. This guy is on a roll. Let's take a look at Ferrari Nut, how he is doing out here with Garbage directly behind him. Garbage has lost a little bit of time here. He has fallen back. But that battle between Duke and Justin, that has really had them fall back from these top two guys. With them putting the pressure on each other, that has let Ferrari Nut and Garbage get away just a little bit. Will they be able to catch up? We're on lap 10 of 33. And just a few laps, we will start seeing people come into pit. Damage is on. I haven't seen anyone with damage yet. They are all pretty clean. No cautions have come out yet. We have Cosmic Storm in 14th. I want to give a shout out to him for subbing for Scissor Blades. I know he's very appreciative.
We got quite a battle going on back here in 7th.
Let's take a look at it.
Hayden, Larry B the G, trying to make up some ground on Hayden. You know, Hayden gets the distance going when he goes into the turns, but he's slamming on the brakes hard when he goes into the turns, and Larry's gaining on him.
Hayden is definitely using those brakes. That is going to hurt his front tire wear there. Let's speaking of tire wear, let's take a look at those. We're on Larry right now, but let's get a look at Hayden Salmons. Yeah, his tires are already at 61%. He's gonna have to survive a few more laps before he goes into pit. You do not want to take this place at a 2 pit stop. You will give away a lot of positions there, so he is gonna have to do some saving.
Yeah, I don't think the way he hit the brakes going into the S turn, I don't think he's trying to save anything right now.
You know what? I'm one of those that I am very hard on the brakes, so I'd be right behind him. Compared to Ferrari Nut, let's take a look at him. He's got 50.2 on those tires, so he's doing all right. He's got 43% fuel. Tire wear will wear you out more than anything, so that is more than likely what they're going to have to come in for, is the tire wear. That is a huge issue in these cars. These cars are a lot more loose than the 2017 cars, 49er.
Yeah, the body style. I mean, I know it's a newer model, but these things are badass. And you know, hey, I'm sorry if I made your sensors have to hit the mute button on me, but these cars are badass. They just look more streamlined. They look faster.
Yeah,
they're just really cool.
They are fun to drive, but they can be a handful. Around these turns, you are going to get a little bit of slipping and sliding going around there. The brakes, as you saw Hayden Salmons, those things are going to light up if you get on them too much. Definitely wear out those front tires, but these guys are doing really well out there. We see Duke the Rebel in third. We have Leaf Justin about 140 feet behind him. These guys were having quite the battle earlier. Let's bring it back to fifth and take a look. We have Flow Dog, our driver spotlight, a new livery for him tonight. Looking pretty good out there with Hayden Salmons behind him. And we have Larry B. the G in seventh. Let's go on board with Flow Dog for a second here. He is going around turns 1 and 2, coming around the turn here. It can get very slippery around this turn, but once we get through this, I'll tell you what, this is a sweet spot right there. I love going through that part. But you really have to watch the track limits here. You can go off the limits a lot if you don't watch it. Here's another part that is well known for it, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm known to cut the track in fun lobbies.
Yeah, I think we're all guilty of that at least once.
At least once. I mean, you gotta push the limits here. Al Nash, what's up, man? This is 49er in the booth with me. He's having some technical difficulties, so I am just very happy that he can be in the booth tonight, because it's giving him some grief.
Am I coming across the mics too loud or too broken up, or what's going on?
Chat, give me a shout and let me know if he sounds okay, but on my end, you sound perfect. All right. Oh! Tell me what's going on.
The game's going to take over eventually when you get into the pits, but you still have to maintain control. And Skyland went into the pits and went into the grass and bounced off the fence before the game actually took over control of him going through the pits. And I mean, it's as with any pit entrance, you got to be careful, because the car behind you could be up on you in the blink of an eye, and then that's going to cause problems.
You know what? And I'm surprised. I just got done saying how Sky will probably be the one to stay out longer, and yet he is out here earlier than everyone else. He went in with Pirate, and they are the first to go in, and that just surprises the heck out of me, because I'll tell you what, he is usually the one to stay out the longest, can save the most, but it just shows how things may not always work out how you think, and tonight is one of those. Looks like for Ferrari Nut, he's got a little bit of company behind him. Wow, That's Garbage has caught up to this guy. Man, I think we're gonna see a battle here, but I'm curious, are they gonna go into pit soon? If it were me, I most likely would. You know, there's no need to drag it out a little bit. You want those fresh tires, get those optimal lap times. We're on lap 15 of 33 here. 31 laps of racing. We do have a beginning pace lap and a cool down lap. So it's 31 laps of racing, but they still have a couple more laps until it's really halfway for the race itself.
Al Nash, thanks for letting me know. I've got my earpiece plugged into my phone, trying to make this thing work so that we can talk about this great race, this battle going on right now. Even though they're teammates, you still want to win. You got a great battle going on between Wow and Ferrari, and I like the paint scheme on Wow's car. He's on the hunt.
Yeah, he is. That camo livery right there. Wow is definitely trying to keep Ferrari Nut in his sights, trying to make a move on him. You can see him just gaining in those turns. Garbage, you put him in anything, this guy can race anything you throw at him, and he does it well. He is always looking for those leaderboard times, and it's showing here tonight. But Ferrari Nut, he's not going to let him have it without a fight. So Wow is really going to have to challenge him and put up a fight for this, because Ferrari Nut, he's on fire tonight. 49er, absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and the car, I mean, before the change, you had the cars that guys were used to and this track. Everybody's familiar with this track. The rookies maybe not so much, but it's a nice track to get adjusted to. But now, even though you know the track, now you're driving a different car, so it's a whole different dynamic now because you got to get the turns and the brakes and the tires and all that. But yeah, Ferrari's just running away. But Wow's not letting him get too far.
Wow is actually catching him. I think the tire wear has possibly caught up to Ferrari Nut. I mean, he's at 77% here. Once you hit 80, you're really gonna start to feel it. So I have a feeling that these guys are gonna go in soon enough. Dat Boss, thank you so much for the host. Thank you for joining. I remember you from Virtual Autosports. Absolutely amazing. Oh my, look at this! Ferrari Nut goes off the track. Wow, that's garbage. Passes him up. Is your new leader. Holy smokes here, guys. What an incredible battle. I have a feeling that tire wear is really affecting them as they both hit pit road. Absolutely incredible.
Yep, and anything can happen at a moment's notice, you know, and it's like you were talking about, you know, you don't know what's going on. It could be maybe his finger slipped off the trigger or something, but it might have something to do with trying to get used to the cars.
Yeah, I'm hearing some conversations going on in the Discord over the radio here. We'll see if anyone goes in. I know that Justin, I do believe, went in. Will we have a taker and J-Mac to hit pit road? Some of these guys might hang out, but, you know, I'm thinking the earlier, the better. As long as you go in there around halfway, you should be good to go. But J-Mac, he's staying out. He does not want to take in for the pits yet. We have the black screen. Let's take a look. I'm hoping we didn't lose anyone. Sky has
Skyland.
a D and F. What happened to him? So unfortunate.
Wow.
I hate to see that. He was struggling tonight, I feel. We'll have to check with him after the race and see what happened. But Ferrari Nut still comes out as your leader. Wow, that's garbage. In second, J-Mac stayed out. Has not pitted yet. He is currently in third. Let's take a look at J-Mac. See what's going on with him. Will he take pit road entry this time around? Dat Boss says tires are the most important thing. It's the contract from the car to the road. It is, you know, you really have to be on it. The tires, once they wear, you can't turn. It just makes it really hard to get moving, and it's really going to affect your car. So, like I said, for me, once I reach that halfway mark, I'm going in. I don't want to stretch those tires too much. Ferrari Nut and Wow, That's Garbage are back on the road, like I said. They are on top of each other, 49er. What a battle going on here.
Yeah, I went back to show some love to Cosmic, and you know, because he's out here filling in, doing the best he can. I watched him go through the pits and everything, so I just went back to see what's going on. But now I'm up in sixth, watching Hayden Sammons try to keep his distance from Larry B the G. You know, Larry's making improvements every week on his knowledge of the tracks and practicing and handling the car. He doesn't seem to be suffering too much with the new car, so I'm impressed with how he's doing, and he's gaining on Hayden.
He is. You know, Hayden is still harsh on those brakes and is just going to really affect his tire wear. I mean, you can just see those brakes lighting up. Let's take a look and see how he's doing out there. He's already at 31% 49er for those tire wear, so I'll tell you what, man. If this guy can survive the rest of this race with how hard he is on those brakes, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I'll tell you that.
He's going to be driving on the rims if he's not careful.
I want to take a look at our leaders. We have Ferrari Nut, still your current leader. Wow, That's Garbage in second. But I'll tell you what, these guys are looking to be thrown up a big battle here. And after what I saw earlier, I'm a little nervous. Fresh tires, full fuel. It should be a heck of a battle. These guys are teammates for Nighthawk Williams Racing. teammates are getting ready to battle it out. Who will come out on top? You're gonna see it here.
I don't know what's going on up front. I don't know if he has any issues, but Duke is gaining on Wow.
Well, you know what? Wow is going side by side with our current leader, Ferrari Nut, into turn 1. Ferrari Nut has that preferred line. They're going around
Wow.
this next. And, oh man, Ferrari Nut had a huge run going into that turn. Wow has fallen back just a little bit. The entry that Ferrari Nut got was absolutely incredible. Wow, that's garbage. He is not going to let him out of his sights. He is going to gain back on him and see what he can do on the next go around.
Yeah, my bad. That wasn't Wow he was gaining on. That was lap traffic. That was Cosmic that Duke was gaining on. But Cosmic, you know, being the veteran racer that he is, mostly in NASCAR, he pulled over, slowed down, and let the faster cars, the lead lap cars, go by. So hats off to Cosmic.
Yeah. Sky, I'm so sorry to see you lag out here. He says, I was fighting lag all race and it finally gave up on me. I hate to see it. Man, it's just hard. You know, you always see probably at least one every race. Hopefully we don't see any more, but I hate to lose you out here. But these leaders, Garbage has caught up to Ferrari Nut once again. Teammates battling it out. These guys are absolutely insane. Garbage all over the rear bumper of Ferrari Nut here. He's just going to dive it in and see if it sticks. He is not able to gain any position on Ferrari Nut, still hanging off just a little bit. But man, it is getting very close out here.
If you look at the map, Frozen, there seems to be some different spots on the track where there's some one-on-one battles going on. I'm watching Larry and Hayden. Hayden's like, he might have to throw like the seat or something out to help him stop, because he's slamming on the brakes hard, and every time he does, Larry's moving in on him.
Yeah, absolutely. Larry has a better entry than Hayden. Absolutely. He's very hard on those brakes. We talked about it, so he's got a better entry. But the exit, I feel Hayden might have a little bit of a stronger exit here.
How can Larry see with all that smoke?
He probably can't. He's putting out a little smoke himself, but man, every single turn that Hayden does, you just see the smoke pouring out of those tires there. Absolutely incredible. These guys are just racing really well, but man, oh man, Larry probably feels like he is driving through a lot of fog right now.
I wonder, what's Hayden's tires at, Frozen?
Let's take a look at that. We have Larry B the G at 32%. Let's take a look at Hayden Salmons. He is at 52, 20 more percent of tire wear than Larry, who is behind him. It's gonna really start to affect Hayden pretty soon here. Like I said, once you hit 70, you might feel it a little bit. You should be okay though, but man, at 80%, the tire wear really kicks in there, and Larry is starting to gain on him a lot from that. Forza, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. This is the IndyCar Series 2019 cars. This is for Club Shake and Bake.
Frozen, I came up here to watch Justin and Duke. Justin in fourth, Duke in third. They have a nice little battle going on themselves. It's intense, but there isn't as much smoke as the battle from Larry and Hayden.
And I'm not hearing a lot of chatter over the radio right now. These guys are really concentrating on the task ahead, the track, and who they're racing against. Like you said, we have a lot of different battles going on right now. There's a lot of two-car battles. We have our leaders, and then throughout the entire field. So everyone is very well occupied, and no one is wanting to see a caution right now, especially those leaders. They are so far out ahead that they would be the last person that would want to see a caution.
Absolutely. And You know, it doesn't matter if you're battling for first, like, wow, that looked like some lag there, Justin. It doesn't matter if you're battling for first, like, wow, and Ferrari, or if you're battling for third, like Justin and Duke. I mean, points are points. You got to get them any way you can.
Absolutely. Wow, that's garbage. Currently about 130 feet behind Ferrari Nut, who has had the fastest lap pretty much all tonight. This guy is incredibly fast, brings an extremely fast car every race, very competitive. Incredible for this guy. Earlier I said that these guys are teammates. That is not going to stop them from competing for a win. We've seen it a couple of times already where they have battled with each other for a win. I'm interested to see next week though. Where are you at, 49er?
I'm sorry, Frozen. Larry, be the G, man. Woo! Nice pass. Nice pass. He just took over 6 from Hayden.
And I have a feeling we're not going to see the last of Hayden. He looks to be getting very aggressive in that move. Look at these guys.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, Hayden takes it right back. Is like, I don't think so. I'm going to take this right back. But he is so heavy on those brakes and his tires are wearing down that Larry is going to answer it right back. And here they go at it again. 49er, I am on the edge of my seat with these guys. 6 and 7 putting on a heck of a show.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, this is, like I said, the points are points, and you got to get them any way you can. Look at that.
Larry saying, I'm on your left, Hayden. He is trying to get by these guys side by side, wheel to wheel. Absolutely incredible racing. Hayden just had the preferred line going into that turn, coming out on the front stretch, past the line. They'll be heading into turn 1. Man, Larry gets an amazing entry. I'll tell you what, 49er, Larry has an amazing entry. Hayden has an even more amazing exit. When you combine the two,
absolutely,
you got this. You got an insane battle.
You hit that. Whoa, what was that?
Larry into the grass, saves it from hitting the barrier. What an incredible save. You hear Larry over the radio saying, sorry about that. We were going too wide through the chicane. What happened to Hayden?
That's a good question. I was just thinking that myself. Hayden has fallen all the way back to 9th.
Hayden has not said a word over the radio. Extremely quiet. And if you know Hayden, that is unusual. I don't know if he's going to save his aggravation on that for later. But right now, this guy, we're on lap 27 of 33. He's got a race to worry about. He's going to try to gain back some positions. J-Mac attack. Let's take a look at him.
I think he's got some damage.
You know what? He probably does.
Right now.
He has a ton of damage. Transmission, steering, driveline, definitely going into pit there. Hate to see that with those two. Incredible battle for them.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
Crimson, let me talk it over with all the guys, and we'll see if we can get any late entries there. I think it should be okay, but we'll see. We usually do not. We'll have fill-ins, but we do have a couple of open spots that we may be willing to fill. So I'll get back to you on that one. If you can, if you do not have me added on Xbox, go ahead and add me at Frozen Toes 24.
Wow, that was close.
What battle are you watching, 49er?
I was watching J-Mac and Larry try to avoid T-boning Hayden. Something happened and he was sitting in the middle of the track and he did the best he could to get out of the way. He was successful, but I don't know what's going on with him. He's dropped all the way back to 12th now.
Interesting. I don't know what happened to him, but we're back with these leaders of Ferrari Nut, and wow, that's garbage. It looked like they were catching up to some guys who are back a little bit further. They will be probably putting them down a lap. Will they be able to get to them before the race is over? Lap 29 of 33. It is going to be extremely close. Duke the Rebel has found his way back up to third, currently about 4,500 feet behind the leader. He's fallen back just a little bit.
Yeah, but he's only 122 feet in front of Justin.
We are at the point of no caution, guys. So even if something did happen and we needed to bring one out, it's not happening. Whatever happens, happens. No more cautions. Damage is on, of course. You've already seen it with Hayden Sammons, who had to go in to pit once again after an amazing race and battle with Larry B. the G. But Justin is catching up to Duke the Rebel here. Will we be able to see another battle for third? Let's go on board with Justin and see how he is maneuvering around these turns. Let's take a look at that tire wear. He's at 63% on that right front, 66 on the left. He should be pretty okay right now. Let's bring it up to Duke the Rebel and see how his tires are wearing on him. 56, so he's a little bit better on tire wear. But both these guys should be good to go to the end. No problem whatsoever. We're on lap 30 of 33, 49er. This is absolutely incredible.
This race has gone by pretty fast, and there's been some battles spread out throughout the entire track. I mean, everybody's fighting to get either the win, first and second, or get some beneficial points. It's just a crazy race. I can't believe it's almost over. It flew by.
It did, absolutely. Lap 30 of 33, I hear Larry B. the G announce, oh boy, my tire wear is at 72% here, and we have a couple more laps to go. He is really going to have to save the tires, be as gentle as he can. He's got a few more laps here, so we'll have to see how he can fare with failing tires.
Yeah, and you had alluded to it earlier that tire wear was going to be important, you know, and he wasn't as hard on the brakes as Hayden was, but still, he was hard enough on him. So now he can't really gain too much ground on J-Mac, and as he nurses his brakes, he's got to watch out for Dion, because Dion's probably taking advantage of the situation.
Absolutely. 49er, this race is coming to a close at lap 31 of 33. Wow, that's garbage is on Ferrari Nut. He is just all over him. I have a feeling we're going to see a battle here for the lead once again as he makes a little bit of contact through that turn there. Garbage is not going to let him off the hook, and these guys, they have some tire wear going on here. So they are going to have to be careful with how they try to make these moves. Here they go.
Look at that. Look at that.
Let's bring it back. We're on board with Wow, That's Garbage, who is currently in second. And they are quickly approaching traffic, 49er.
Oh boy. Oh boy. As the leader, it's bad enough that you're in a battle with the car behind you, but now you've got to look. You've got to have a swivel head, because now you got to watch out for the lap traffic.
Side by
and
side,
Wow is
49er.
taking advantage of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Ferrari Nut has that tire wear going. Wow was trying to pull up on the outside of him, but since Ferrari Nut was in that preferred lane, he is managing to hold it out. Cosmic Storm almost losing it around that turn. Lets the leaders go by. Votech is the next one in line. Ferrari Nut and Wow have to be very nervous right now. Votech into the grass lets these guys go on by. Good on them for letting this battle go, because I'll tell you what, this is the final lap, guys. This is it. And once they come around here, the final turn, we're going to crown a winner as we go side by side. Can they hold it out? Absolutely incredible. I think we're going to see a two-wide finish here. No. Wow made a mistake. He's into the wall. Ferrari, that is your winner here at the Indianapolis Grand Prix.
Oh, wow.
What a heck of a race.
Wow, that was incredible.
I have goosebumps from that one.
Wow. I had to catch my breath, man. My mouth is all dry. I need some water.
We hear a lot of screams. I hear Duke the Rebel celebrating that third place. On podium once again, second week in the row. Leaf Justin in fourth, Flow Dog in fifth, J-Mac in sixth, Larry B the G in seventh, Dion in eighth. We don't even have these guys across the line yet, but if it all goes how it should, how they're going right now, that's how they will cross over. But ninth is Votek at the moment. David is in 10th, Hayden 11th, Pirate Monkey in 12th. What a race,
battle.
49er.
Oh
That's
my
one for the
goodness.
books right there. Absolutely.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, they're teammates, but then again, you know, it's like all bets are off when you're in the last couple of laps because everybody wants to win, and that was intense.
I hear a couple of the guys over the radio saying, what a race. And you guys said it yourselves. Mike Sobieski says, what a finish. Have you ever frozen? Well, you know what? Last year, I can't remember what race it is. It could have been the Glen or Sonoma. We had a Sky and Metallica go side by side. And the finish was by like a pinky finger. It was absolutely incredible. So this is going to be right there with it. An incredible race. Let's crown that winner while we're here and waiting for these guys to finish out there.
Yeah, that race was intense, and you know, there, like we said, there were battles all over the place. I mean, at one point you had Larry and Hayden, and then you had Justin and Duke, and you know, even Dion was trying to get into the mix, you know, and so, but that, you know, I want to, like, I know they're going to be cool when they come in and we talk to them, but I know that, like, okay, dude, you're my teammate and everything, but I wanted to kick your ass, and okay.
It was a heck of a battle. They put on the show, that's for sure. And no cautions once again. I think it's going to be a different story for the Indianapolis 200 next week, though.
Don't jinx them, Frozen. Don't jinx them.
Yes. Yeah. Ferrari Nut did hold on to those tires. Actual Vision, what is up, man? Hope you're doing well. All right, let's get these guys into the booth. I cannot wait to hear what they have to say.
Mm-hmm.
Where do I see Wow? Can we get him in here? There he is. We'll get Duke the Rebel. Actual Vision, I am doing fabulous. What an incredible race tonight. I'm in love with this race. This one is going to be one to remember for a while. Ferrari Nut, congratulations on the win tonight. How you feeling?
Exhausted. Because that was probably one of the harder fought wins I've ever had. That guy did not make it easy on me.
No, you know, I knew he was going to bring a challenge for you, but man, those final few laps, were you a little worried?
I don't know if worried's the right word to use. I was a slight bit concerned at how quick he was closing the gap at the end there.
Yeah.
And fair play to him. Last corner, he could have just kept his foot in it right there and just bounced me to the side, but he didn't. So fair play to him.
Absolutely.
On that one.
It was a clean race for sure. What happened with you guys when you were going into pit road?
I think he just kind of, I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what he was doing there, to be honest. But he kind of went into the grass between the actual racing surface and the pit lane, and I just stayed on the asphalt and just got a huge run and just kind of pulled a bit of a cheeky overtake into the pits.
It was definitely interesting. I was a little worried, but I saw you guys were safely in the pits, so it went fine. But man, those last couple of laps, what an incredible race. How were your tires doing on those final laps?
Well, the tires weren't too bad. They got up to about 70-ish%. I wasn't really paying too much attention to it, to be honest. I've gotten to the point I just don't even pay attention to it. I go until the thing
quits.
can make it to the end or until I need to pit and just kind of work it out as I go along.
Right. Well, you did an amazing job tonight. Congratulations on that win. Incredible race. I gotta ask, how you feeling about next week for the Indianapolis 200?
That's Indy. Anything can happen.
It's
Hoping
so
we
true.
can just stay out of trouble and make it home in the top two, or
Let's
maybe
see.
even win the thing finally. Finally win one of these dang ovals.
I know last season you had an incredible race, dude. Didn't you win? Or were you close to winning?
No.
Okay. I remember
I
it was...
wasn't there for season 3. I did the one race at Road America, subbing for Scissor Blades, and for whatever reason decided to do it with no traction control and had a horrible night there.
Yeah.
After I hit a sign anyway.
I remember the signs.
Andy
The
hit a sign.
signs. Yes. The signs
signs
were
are there.
everywhere. Yes, they were definitely there. But yeah, hopefully we'll see another great race next week. I'm hoping for no cautions. 3rd race of the season with no cautions. That would be amazing. But it is Indianapolis, and like you said, anything can happen. So congratulations to you tonight, Ferrari Nut.
Thank you very much.
All right, 49er, let's bring on, second place is not here. I think he has left the building. Would you like to give Duke the Rebel a podium interview?
Duke.
Yes, sir.
Duke the Rebel. Duke.
Oh, and hold on, before you start talking, I need to go scream in the background real quick.
Is it? That's exactly what he was doing over the mic. This guy is very animated. I assume that was a good yeehaw there, Duke.
I would hope so.
You have every right to scream your head off. I mean, 2 weeks in a row, the podium finish, great race. How are you feeling right now? Did everything go the way you wanted it to?
Absolutely ecstatic, and yes, everything went the way it would, and I had a good battle with Justin to boot.
You did.
Yeah, yes, you did. It was, and because of that, you're already aware of what's going on. You're trying to make ground. Did the battle between you and Justin heighten your senses and make you more aware, or were you just racing your race and Justin was just part of it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I was made more aware by him around me. For the first time ever, I was actually using cockpit view most of the entire race, and my mirrors were actually useful for once.
That's cool. And caution-free race, you get some of the credit for that. It was an awesome race for all you guys. So no cautions. Your pit strategy played into your hand, played the way you wanted it. I mean, you drove a perfect race, so it had to.
As far as I'm concerned, I drove a perfect race yeah, I guess I could have ran the perfect race. If only I was a little bit faster, maybe it would have been a perfect race, because I would have loved to get a clean lap of this race to maybe get one of the faster laps, but whatever. And I was actually really surprised when Justin even came in behind me. I thought he would have stayed out another lap just to see if he could stay out if he went in the pits the next lap, but it all worked out.
Well, hats off to you. Congratulations on 2 weeks in a row being on the podium. So now, you guys, you did a caution-free race this week on the Grand Prix circuit. Next week's an oval. Are you looking forward to it?
Oh, abso-damn-lutely.
I can't wait to see it. It's going to be a heck of a battle, absolutely.
You need to patent that, because I'm going to use that tomorrow. How you doing? I'm abso-damn-lutely fine.
Yeah, I think I might start using that now.
Well, great race. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is 2 races for you on the podium there. Last week you had the pole. It almost looked like tonight you were going to get that. But man, I'll tell you what, you made it up through the track and had some fantastic battles out there. So yeah, congratulations to you on that.
Thank you. It's nice that I get some experience, that I had some previous experience defending, because I made that car a brick wall.
All right, guys. Next week, we are back for the Indianapolis 200. It's going to be our throwback race. These guys will be making the throwback liveries. I hope you can join in and watch these guys, give them some support. Same time, same day, Monday night at 6:45, 6:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. These guys had a heck of a battle, caution-free once again. Can we do it next week? I don't think it's going to happen. It is an oval and it can get crazy, but you best believe that the second race in these 2019 cars is going to be one to remember. So you guys have a fabulous night, 49er. I'm glad you're able to join, and I know you went through a lot to get here, so thank you for that.
Yeah, I'm not going to leave you hanging unless it's, you know, absolutely unavoidable. I'll piece together something if I have to use paper cups and a string.
Well, luckily we didn't need to do that. But yeah, it's always a lot
Yeah.
of fun, and I can't wait to do it again next week.
Absolutely. Then this race was great. So, you know, all my crap aside, this was, I mean, I'm glad I was made it to this. I'd be upset if I missed all the stuff that happened tonight.
Heck yeah, and if you're just tuning in and you missed it, as soon as we go off the air, you can rewatch it. I'll probably do a replay of it tomorrow. But until next week, you guys take it easy. We will be having a photo shoot tomorrow, so I'm not sure if I will be streaming. Wednesday, I will be moderating the NASCAR Pro League. They are headed to the Glen, so I hope you can join in. It'll be on 704's stream there. Thursday, I'll be hosting NASCAR, so that'll be around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But for tonight, you guys have a great night, and we'll see you later.
Have a